Hi guys, Ryan here. So today I'll be reviewing the volumes of Bleach, and those volume numbers will be 22 through 48. So that is the Arrancar arc for Bleach, and I would read a volume a day for this when I was reading this, and it was super easy to read, super easy to understand what's going on, and the art style is fantastic, and I just absolutely love Bleach, and it's one of my all-time favorites. So, without further ado, let's get right into going through the manga. Alright, so we have volume 22 with one of the strongest Arrancars on the front cover there. And I really love how the artwork really pops, because it has a pretty simple just white background, but then it has the characters fully in color, and it looks awesome. And from the manga box set to the Bleach volumes, it just looks fantastic. It has a really clean look, wonderful art style, and yeah, absolutely love it. This has a cool perspective with this character and their weapon with volume 23. We have Renji or Hime and Ichigo with the moon in the background with a purple sky. Next up we got is volume 24 with Grimjow reaching his hand out. That looks really dope. He has really cool blue hair and then the skull mask on his face. I think that looks really neat. And we have kind of a winter, kind of a gray cloud kind of artwork there. And there is many Bleach movies that you can watch, and they're all great. So yeah, we have volume 25 here with Ichigo's inner hollow, and he's fought in this inner hollow. And I think the Bankai abilities for all the Soul Reapers are really cool. So we have the visors right here, and we learn later on that they were actually used to be Soul Reapers. In fact, the leader of the visors was a Soul Reaper captain, but Aizen made them who they are with them being visors when they originally were Soul Reapers, like I was saying. But yeah, we're on volume 26 here, and the area of Hoikomundo is very dangerous. Tite Kubo creates these really big sandboxes where you can have epic fights that are going on, and it's just really entertaining to read and watch. So yeah, Orihime has been kidnapped, similar to Rukia being kidnapped, but for different reasons. Both all done by Aizen though. He is the main villain in the Soul Society arc, and then the Arrancar arc. Orihime has an amazing healing ability. He can make it so that if somebody loses an arm, they can have it be healed back and come back, which is very cool. Very cool ability. So yeah, if you recognize this character, he was in the Soul Society arc and kind of turned evil and worked for Aizen. And I remember this fight, he wanted Ichigo to go all out with fighting him. He wanted him to use his Bankai. Ichigo was kind of hesitant at first, but then he ended up using all his strength against him. And then we move on from there. So we have volume 29, and there's so many deadly enemies and foes in this arc, and everybody is fighting as hard as they can. So we have the Arrancars there. So Aizen goes to the real world outside of Hoikomundo, and he is attacking and whatnot, and the Soul Reapers and the captain is all there, and they create this kind of fake Kurakura town where Ichigo grew up, and they have pillars, and they have Soul Reapers stationed at the pillars, So that way they can defend Kurakura Town and fight without destroying all of Kurakura Town, basically. So yeah, next up we have here is a character that Rukia used to know, and she thought it was a certain person, but it really wasn't. They just were able to tap into her memories and transform to look like a character that she knew. With this guy right here. We have them all in red with the flag. That's pretty cool. I love the dynamic between Renji, Rukia, Ichigo, Orihime, Chad, Uru. It's great. So yeah, we have volume 31 with this scientist. Next up we got is volume 32 with Grimmjow, which this is an awesome cover. Let's take a look at some of the art. That's really cool. Ichigo with the hollow mask, Orihime there. And yeah, I finished reading the Arrancar arc recently, but yeah. So we have volume 33 with this Arrancar. It's very strong, but Nell fights him. So yeah, and she has a great transformation, as you can see here, with the sword. You can really feel the speed of that, and Nell is a great character. She has a great transformation from her smaller form to a regular form. So there's Renji, Ichigo, Uru, Chad, and then, yeah, more characters. Alright, so we have volume 35 with this Soul Reaper captain, who's also a scientist. There they are with the black and white background, very cool. Next up we have is volume 36 with the main visor. Used to be a Soul Reaper captain. So, yep, there he is right there. And the rest of the visors. Very interesting reveal. Next up we got is volume 37 with this guy here. And then we got the back with kind of a beach kind of setting. So that's fun. Makes you think of summertime and going to the beach or going to a water park or whatever. And then next up we got is volume 38. We got a cool illustration of Ichigo there. And Aizen is definitely a menacing villain. When Ichigo eventually fights Aizen in this arc, Aizen kind of gets in Ichigo's head and he's just like, basically, he's like, I've done this, this, and this. I knew you were gonna be there. I planned it all. So, yeah, definitely had a big plan that was very evil and bad. So yeah, we have this Arrancar who fights Ichigo. Ichigo kind of goes into this really powerful hollow state, and he defeats them. We have them coming out of the subway. Next up we got is volume 41, and this guy was already like big in size, but in Hueco Mundo he's like 5 times as big. Definitely a big foe. We got Rangiku on the back. Next up we got it's volume 42 with this Arrancar, and Aizen betrays his own kind. Takes out all the Arrancars that are fighting all the Soul Reapers and whatnot, and the visors, they come to help too, which is good because I definitely needed that. And there's Renji, and yeah, even Ichigo's dad comes and fights, so that was kind of surprising. And yeah, we got volume 44 with Uru on the back. And then we have the King of Hueco Mundo, kind of learn their backstory, his backstory, and yeah, tough enemy for sure. You got Chad kind of working out with the punching bag, and then we got Volume 45 with the Soul Reaper Captain. He is very powerful. He has flame kind of powers with his sword and Bankai and stuff. And then there's a fun Halloween sketch illustration. Next up we have is Rangiku on the cover. And Toshiro definitely gets mad when he sees Aizen again because of all the things that he's done, like Momo and whatnot, which is totally understandable. And then we got Volume 47, and then Gin kind of sees that Aizen's kind of out of control, so he tries to take him out, but doesn't turn out good for Gin. And then we have the leader of the Visors right there. And then we got the last volume, Volume 48. So, yeah, this is Aizen combined with the power he stole when he was trying to execute Rukia Kuchiki. And he fights Ichigo. Luckily, Ichigo is able to defeat him, but Aizen was definitely a tough foe. And yeah, I absolutely love Bleach. It was so fun reading this. The art style was fantastic. I love the character designs, the art style. I love the action, the comedy, how easy it is and how much flow there is to the story from one volume to the next. And I think it's awesome. And I would highly recommend Bleach. So that is my review of the Arrancar arc. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, peace out.